What if I told you the smallest camera DJI has ever made might just change the POV game forever? The DJI Osmo Nano is finally official, and trust me, this thing is tiny but ridiculously powerful. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know: the specs, the design, the pricing, and why this launch could shake up the wearable camera market. Stick around, because the details on this little beast are wild, and we're saving the juiciest bits for later. Let's start with what you'll actually be holding, or barely feeling. The Osmo Nano weighs in at just 58 grams. That's lighter than most smartphones, lighter than a chocolate bar. But don't let the size fool you. DJI built this thing around a magnetic mounting system that doesn't rely on bulky clips. You can snap it onto clothes, helmets, bikes, or even metal surfaces. And here's the kicker: it's not just one magnet. It's multiple magnetic surfaces with switchable polarity. Translation: you can mount this thing in ways we've never seen before, opening up crazy new angles for creators. The design screams portability, flexibility, and creativity. Now, let's get into the good stuff: video performance. The Osmo Nano shoots DCI 4K at 60 frames per second and UHD 4K at 120 frames per second. And if you love buttery slow motion, you're looking at 1080p at 240 frames per second. That's insane for a camera this small. Add DJI's Rocksteady 3.0 stabilization with horizon lock, and suddenly your footage looks like it came straight out of a gimbal setup. No jitters, no shakes, just smooth cinematic magic. Honestly, this is the part that has Insta360 sweating, because DJI just dropped movie-level stabilization into a device that fits in your pocket. Power is usually the weak point of tiny cameras, but DJI clearly thought this one through. The Nano gives you up to 2.5 hours of continuous shooting. When it does run low, you can hit 80% charge in just 20 minutes thanks to USB-C fast charging. That's basically a coffee break recharge. Storage also gets a major upgrade. You've got built-in options for 64 or 128 gigabytes, plus a microSD slot for expansion. For creators, that's huge, because running out of space mid-shoot is the ultimate buzzkill. Here's where DJI's ecosystem synergy really shines. The Osmo Nano works seamlessly with DJI wireless mics. No extra receivers required. That means crystal clear audio without extra gear dangling around. And DJI's not stopping there. They're launching a new bi-directional magnetic ball head accessory for $34.99, which basically unlocks even more wild mounting options. This is DJI pulling the classic Apple move, not just selling you a device, but building a whole ecosystem around it. And if history has taught us anything, that's how you dominate a market. Now let's talk about money. The Nano is launching at $399.99 for the 64GB version and $429.99 for the 128GB model. In Europe, that's 369 euros and 399 euros. Sound familiar? That's because it perfectly matches Insta360's pricing for the Go 3S. In other words, DJI isn't just releasing a new toy, they're directly challenging Insta360 on their home turf. And given DJI's track record with stabilization, hardware design, and creator tools, this competition is about to get spicy. So here's the big takeaway. DJI took everything we love about portable POV cameras and crammed it into a 58-gram package that doesn't compromise on performance. Between the magnetic design, the 4K at 120 frames per second recording, the stabilization, the battery life, and the DJI ecosystem, the Osmo Nano looks like it's ready to dominate. But the real question is, Will creators jump ship from Insta360? That's where you come in. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you grab the Osmo Nano at launch or stick with Insta360? Did DJI just sneak a dual-camera Pocket into the wild? Because a fresh prototype image, allegedly the Osmo Pocket 4, is making the rounds, and it flips a lot of what we expected. Today, I'll break down what's actually confirmed versus what's a wish list rumor, why that second lens matters, and yes, the latest talk on price and launch timing. Stick around to the end for whether you should buy now or wait, because my answer might save you cash and regret. A reputable leaker shared a photo of a pocket-style gimbal cam with two distinct camera modules. Multiple outlets picked it up, and the consensus is this isn't a stereo setup. It looks like a main plus auxiliary design, and the prototype appears fully assembled. Not a lab Frankenstein. That's the part we can talk about with a straight face. The photo exists, dual modules are visible, and a second display has even been hinted at in some reports. So why two cameras on a Pocket? Think DJI drone logic, a primary sensor for your hero image, plus a helper, tele, depth, or a specialty optic to unlock smarter tracking, better AF, or new shooting tricks. The asymmetry in the modules screams different jobs. Not 3D. If DJI blends mechanical gimbal magic with an auxiliary module for depth/telework, we could see stickier subject tracking, cleaner focus pulls, and cinematic moves with less fuss. Early write-ups align on that main plus secondary theory, though exact roles are still unconfirmed. Alright, rumor buffet, salt shakers out. Chatter points to a larger, brighter touchscreen, around 2.5 inches. Potential 1-inch class sensor again. 10-bit profiles like D-Log M/HLG. Smarter ActiveTrack 7.0. And headline-grabbing 4K at up to 240 frames per second. There's also talk of refined phase detect AF, and improved stabilization that mixes the gimbal with electronic smoothing. Sounds amazing. Because it is. But remember, these are unconfirmed community rumor site claims. Promising. Here's where the debate gets spicy. Officially, nothing is announced. No date, no price. Historically, Pocket 2 arrived in late 2020 and Pocket 3 in October 2023, so a late 2026 window wouldn't be wild. As for price, Speculation puts a standard kit around $699 and a creator combo near $799, reflecting the Pocket 3's move-up market and the rumored dual-cam complexity. But again, that's rumor, not checkout page truth. If you see confirmed, read that as confidently guessed. So what do we know? A real-looking prototype with two cameras suggests a meaningful leap, not a paint job. What's still foggy? Exact sensor lens rolls, screen size, slow-mo ceilings, and the when $sign. If you need a cam now, the Pocket 3 is still a beast and battle-tested. If dual camera tricks would change how you shoot, and you can wait. Parking your cash until more official detail drops is smart. So what feature would make you upgrade? True Tele, Next Gen AF, or 4K/240? Drop your must-haves below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next Leak to Launch deep dive. Got questions I didn't cover? Fire away in the comments. I'm there.